When Ash, the grumpy mechanic, first brought his Carlton Gsi along to the unit, I knew it was a rare beast, and that was further confirmed when I checked the website how many's left to see there was 63 remaining, but only 7 taxed. For those too young to remember the Mark II Carlton, this absolute beauty was available with a range of different engines in a saloon or an estate. Ash's absolutely immaculate Carlton Gsi 3000 has a 3 litre straight 6, naturally aspirated, 177 horsepower engine. And as soon as Ash told me this was registered in 1989, the exact same year I was born, I just had to see what it was like to live with. My first impressions with this is it's really good. It's comfy, it's quiet, there's no knocks or rattles or squeaks or anything. I mean, that's more than you could say for me. It's driving like a normal car. Now, fresh out the factory 34 years ago, this 3 litre engine was supposed to be pumping out 177 horsepower. And because I'm 34 going on 14, I want to know how much of that horsepower's left. And that brings us to our friends at PerformanceM, who very kindly said that they'll run it on their dyno. And I know this isn't a video about BMWs, but look at this place now. This is posh.
Alright.
Alright, boys and girls.
How you doing, mate?
Yeah, good, thanks.
What are you doing here?
Looking forward to getting the Carlton on the dyno. What Carlton? Come on, Shaq.
I don't think you forgot.
For those who don't know, Awesome used to be in here. It's now Shaq at PerformanceM, and Kieran, and Jordan. Anyone else who works here?
George.
And George.
And Lewis.
And Lewis. The PerformanceM team is expanding, and that is all thanks to Evil GT. See, it doesn't take much to get the BMW fanboys off a BMW, does it? Look at this. But I've been roped into getting the butties in for Shaq, Jordan, and Lewis. It's nice to have a bit of a change and to get out and about with this Carlton, you know, because do you know what? I feel like just lately I've been practically living at this unit. Thank God for this Range Rover, but more importantly, thank God for Emma Sleep. This Four Seasons duvet is epic, particularly for the winter months. It's perfect for all year round. As soon as the weather starts turning again and getting warmer, you pop it apart and you've got 2 duvets. Having an adjustable level of warmth means you can use this duvet all year round, and it's 100% machine washable. And this Emma Premium pillow has been perfect too. It cools and regulates your temperature and is completely customisable. By far the best pillow I've ever had. Emma Sleep are well known for their expertly crafted mattresses, and it's not difficult to see why. The technology that goes into these things is amazing, and with a huge range to choose from, there'll be a mattress for everyone. Emma Sleep offers a 200-night risk-free trial and a 10-year guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't miss out on Emma Sleep's massive sale with up to 55% off. Hit the link in the description below and use code EvilGT for even more money off. Try this again, but this time bribing him with food.
I'm happy.
If Evil GT 99 doesn't work, a bacon and egg sandwich with tomato sauce, that will.
Yeah, 100% discount usually.
Now the bribing's finished, let's get this Carlton on the dyno. Ash, I pre-apologise for what's about to happen to your car, mate. So Shaq has said that he wants to go, and he needs to road test it before it goes on the dyno anyway. So that's not the original key.
Great start.
Ash retrofitted that, get it in the keyhole, lad. It is central locking though, just not with a key fob.
Oh, look at this lovely brown interior.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Look at that.
Corduroy, mate, with legit levers. We've not even moved off the spot and Shaq's found the sport button on the gear stick, just there. Right, take it steady. Ash, I'm sorry, mate.
Brakes.
Ooh, yeah, brakes are keen. Whoa, she's picking up. You're doing 100 mile an hour. One thing that I am so surprised about though is the fact that there's no knocks, rattles,
it's
bumps, squeaks.
No.
You know, it sounds well. You can tell that I've not been anywhere near this car yet. Hey, sounds better than a G80. Suits you that Shaq, you know.
In keeping with my age?
Yeah.
I think this car's faring better than I am though. He's had an easier life.
I couldn't believe how heavy this bonnet was. So I've not even started it up and had to have the bonnet open. That's a proper Vauxhall, line it.
Just fitted the turbo.
These are underestimating the power from the Carlton Gsi. They're taking the mick here, saying that it's not got much power.
So what is this supposed to be in stock?
177 horsepower, Shaq.
So are we having friendly bets?
How many horsepower
Yeah.
for how many years?
We are having bets, because I need to win my breakfast back I just bought you. So what are you saying, Shaq? How many horsepowers?
149.
What are you saying, how many horsepowers?
What is it, 177?
Should be.
So minus the age.
That's 143 horsepower, yeah?
Yeah, we'll go for that, yeah.
What mileage is it?
Some miles it's done, I have no idea.
155.
How many do you reckon now?
F-plate, 118.
So that Carlton out there should be 177 horsepower. How many horsepowers do you reckon?
177, 150.
Let's hope it's more than that, eh? So Ash bought this back in July 2021, and have a guess at how much he paid for it back then. Don't cheat, guess the amount, put it in the comments, and I'll tell you at the end of the video. That's a position we don't often see you, innit, eh, Shaq, on your back?
You don't want to either. Although I've never had any complaints, mate.
What, strapping cars down to a dyno?
Exactly, what else would we be talking about?
Hey, it's causing quite a stir, this car, innit? Quite a stir, everybody's coming to have a gander. I tell you what though, if there's one thing that this car doesn't need, it's power, because I think it would ruin the character of it. Although a stage 3 B58 with 550 horsepower does sound like a funny idea. What are we saying, Ash? Now we're all going to be learning together because we don't entirely know whether this will dyno. There's no way, from what I can tell, to get it into third and keep it in third. And obviously this is a 4-speed auto. Horsepower's Kieran, what are we saying, how many? Should have 177 from factory.
159.
We're rolling. Jord, have we got your guesstimation on horsepowers?
Probably out of the factory, these.
177.
139.
I have never seen a car suit a man more than this. Look at this. Everyone's come for a look. He's saying it wants to keep kicking down.
Unless I did it in second.
Probably this car's first ever dyno run.
There was no drama in that whatsoever.
I've come out the back because it's quite loud in there with the fan. Problem that we've got is that this car is a 4-speed. I think you're supposed to be sending it on the dyno in third. The problem with that is that you can't hold third gear because as soon as you put it in third in sport, it just wants to kick down into second and then go. The only gear it seems to want to hold in is second, but I don't know whether that's going to give us a true reading either. I mean, this is only for fun. This isn't scientific, but we want to try and get as close as we possibly can to a true reading.
I did. We tuned that in for you, mate.
Look at that. Hey, that's not actually that bad either.
Although, I would say though, that bit there is when it hits the limiter. So
Right.
I'll give you what the actual horsepower is. 151 horsepower, 152 horsepower.
Well, I think I still won. Sorry, lad.
What did I say? 149?
It wasn't that. I think I still won, so you all owe me a breakfast. Ain't that right, George?
Squaring up for this morning.
About 150 horsepower, we're saying. So that's roughly 25 horsepower from factory if this was actually 177 horsepower when it was made, according to Vauxhall. But let's be honest, we weren't bothered about it being scientific. This is more just a bit of a laugh. I think these guys have enjoyed it as well. So right then, Ash, what we need to do is get another 50 horsepower and crack the 200 mark in this, I'm saying. But as we all know, especially on this channel, as soon as you start modifying stuff, you ruin it. So it's probably best to just leave it alone. Look at this. Look at the attention that she's getting. There's a lot of love for the Carlton. Well, that was a great laugh. I've got to say that's probably lost a lot less power than I have over the 34 years. Next up, we've got to do a draggy, right? It's official. Thanks, Shaq. Enjoy that.
I did, mate. That's actually quite good fun, that. Yeah, I did enjoy that. Where's the next one?
I honestly cannot believe how well this car drives. I mean, listen to it. There's not a single rattle, knock, creak, squeak. It's dead smooth. It's absolutely amazing. For those of you guys who've had experience with the Draggy app, you'll know how frustrating it can be. And for whatever reason, it wouldn't let me export the video with the speed overlay, so you're just gonna have to take my word for these figures. Amazingly, that was a 4.95 seconds to 30. That was a 10.87 seconds to 60. Now we've got some heat in them back tyres because we were struggling for traction there quite a lot. Let's see if we can improve on them times. Okay, we've not improved. I think we're suffering from some heat, so that was a 11.15 seconds to 60. Third and final attempt. First in this is so lazy, it does not want to know. Once it gets into second, it really kicks on. That was a 10.51. I think we've pushed this engine and the gearbox to its limits. And you know what? The more old cars I drive, the more I just get it. I understand why people just go, and buy older cars because they have a bit of character. You know, it's slow, but it's its character. The steering's heavy, but it's its character. They don't need to have 1 million horsepower and you know, look like a supercar to have character. These are great. And if you enjoy the older cars, then a sub to the channel would be amazing. We try and keep this as varied as possible. Different cars, different projects, old, new, things like that. But if you enjoy the older stuff, there's going to be a lot more coming because Ash is a massive fan. And since driving this for a short amount of time, so am I. Do you know what though? I'm not too sure what I was expecting driving a 34-year-old car around. But I don't think it was this. And I mean that in the best possible way. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's quiet, it's comfortable, it just cruises along. This gearbox, although it's lazy at the bottom end, it's smooth, it's not sort of jerky, you're not rocking around all over the place. The brakes are decent. What a car, it's mint this, and I can see why Ash bought one. And do you know what, for £5 I think it's an absolute bargain. You could go and spend £5 on something that's 20 years younger than this car, and I'd be surprised if it drove any better. I would, because it's brilliant this. And there'll be more videos coming up with the Carlton because Ash wants to do a full winter refresh, changing all the bushes, some arms, some other bits and bobs, ready to tuck it away for the winter, so that next year it comes back out fresher and better than ever. That's enough messing about, off to do my good deed for the day. And that good deed for the day brings me here to First Class Motors in Newton. Even though 99.9% of the outside of this car is absolutely mint, there is one thing that Ash pointed out a little while ago that I know upsets him, and that's this little scuff on the near side door mirror cover. And John, who's been at First Class for years, has very kindly agreed to squeeze this in and sort it out for me. As we've explained loads of times, this channel doesn't make much money, and I'm not in the position to be able to pay Ash for all of his hard work over these past few months. But little deeds like this, giving his pride and joy a little bit of TLC, will hopefully go a long way, and I'm sure he'll appreciate it. There you go, Ash, a gift from me to you. I'm very sad to say that concludes my time with the Carlton. I've enjoyed driving it, the lads at PerformanceM have enjoyed dynoing it, and John at the body shop's enjoyed fixing it. As I mentioned earlier in the video, Ash wants to give this a winter refresh, changing bushes and other bits and bobs. So if that's your kind of thing and you enjoy seeing the upkeep and general maintenance of older cars, then a sub to the channel would be amazing. It's completely free, so why not? I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'll catch you on the next one.